Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this video, we are going to check out Litecoin's price chart. And before we see what's happening in here, let's just go around this area, okay? Because I want to talk to you about an ABC in form of an expanded flat structure, which looks like this. This is our initial move up into a correction for wave B, which in it we're going to take this slow and then another move up into wave C. And in this phase, we are going to take the height of our A leg. And for our sub waves, we need to be able to find ABC up into A, ABC, or maybe a WXY down into wave B. It doesn't really matter. And then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into wave C. Also, if you want to argue that maybe right around this area, let's say this is like a very important support, our move down overall is over and we have hit our final low, then okay, off of that lowest low, you need to be able to find a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure up. Now, let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. So, if you remember, the last time that we talked about LTC, we were right in here, and the idea was that, fair enough, we can argue the bottom is in, but I said, look, maybe this is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down into a larger degree wave 3, and because the current move is slow and choppy, at that point, I said, there's a good chance that we may see another move down in Litecoin, and at that point, we may have completed a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure on the downside. And also, if you check out the previous video, you see that I said maybe even in this move, we're going to take the lowest low down here, which at that point, the bullish scenario overall starting from this point is going to get invalidated. And we did absolutely do that. Now, I'm going to say, this is now a corrective movement on the upside, probably a WXY in form of maybe a double zigzag or maybe a flat and a zigzag. It's not really that important. Generally, some sort of a correction happened in here. And as you can see, even by the shape of this move, this is now kind of obvious. This was like a very slow and choppy move up, which is a very important characteristic of a corrective movement. Question is, right around these areas, should we be optimistic in LTC and say the final low maybe is already in? First things first, around here, we are having many unbelievably important support areas from weekly and daily time frame at the same time. And I do think that around these areas, generally, we are going to hit some sort of a bottom in Litecoin. Is it going to be a permanent one or a temporary one? At the moment, I don't have a good answer for you. I'm sorry. All I have to say in this update is this. In case that we see something like this in Litecoin, a solid move on the upside right in here, we shouldn't be overwhelmingly optimistic. Why is that? Because I think we should consider the possibility of starting from this point, having an ABC in form of an expanded flat. And let's zoom in more. Okay, so you see, you can argue maybe this is going to be like an A, B, C structure on the upside, followed by that we can have an A, B, C down, and well, okay, there is a chance that this might be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, and on a higher degree, these are the clear sub waves for Unibet and ABC in form of an expanded flat. And if this is the case, okay, what do we have in here? 5 wave down, correction up. Unfortunately, this is a bit of a bearish setup, indicating that the next move is going to be a decent one on the downside. So in case that we see a continuation of this move up in Litecoin, and I do think that we may see it, we shouldn't be completely optimistic because, again, earlier in the video, I told you, if you want to argue that the bottom is in, you need to be able to find off of the lowest low a 5 wave impulsive structure up. And if this is an expanded flat, in the last leg, we are going to have an impulse up. So this can be a bit misleading, but I'm telling you this right now so you can be prepared that in case we see something like this, we shouldn't be jumping into any unnecessary bullish conclusions. Right in here is not going to be a buy opportunity for us, and we need to wait a bit more and see what the shape of next move is going to be like. If we get a slow and choppy move down, okay, at that point we can be temporarily bullish in Litecoin. So for now, let's see what are we going to do in this move, and then we will see where we go from there, and we will make new updates. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in LTC's price chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.